Good morning, welcome back to Marty's Tying Bench. It's blooming olive season and I'm still tying up my favorites, and this little soft hackle is by far one of my best producers. It's JuJu Baetis soft hackle. I've got super hair for a abdomen. Makes it much more durable than the old stripped peacock quills I used to use. Those are beautiful flies, but a little bit fragile. I'm tying this one on a Dairiki 060. It's a size 22, but it's actually comparable to a size 20 in other hook models. Montana fly, 7076 size 20 would be about the same. Now I've got yellow olive thread. This is Danville's. You want to use an 8/0, something kind of fine. And I'm going to start with an old partridge feather that I've been working on, and just peel 3, 4, 5, whatever fibers out for a tail. Now I'm not going to wrap that all the way back to the bend of the hook because it would just create some bulk. I'm going to go ahead and tie in my super hair first. The super hair is a crinkled monofilament. I've got 3 light olive and 1 black. That'll give me some segmentation here. And what I'm going to do is kind of coax those tail feathers until they're on my side, and then do the best I can to tie the monofilament in on the far side. Now I'm going to continue to the back, make this last turn pretty tight. That'll give you a better hinge when you start wrapping the monofilament forward. And then continue forward. This will give you just 2 layers of thread, one going back, one coming forward. Keep it a little slender. Alright. Now start by pulling this super hair underneath. I'm going to take one last manipulation here to keep the tails on top. Yeah, make sure that first wrap is good. I'll go ahead and touch those if I need to keep them There we go. As close as you can to touching turns. That'll give you nice, even segmentation. Trick is I won't be able to see how I did until I download the video and take a look at it under some magnification, but looks alright. Now to keep the soft hackle splayed, I'm going to put a little ball of dubbing. I've got some super fine olive. Very small amount. And I'm going to back that away from the eye just a little bit. Although with soft hackles it actually helps to crowd the eye a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Now I'm going to get a fresh partridge feather, and I'm going to peel the preen, the fibers away from the tip, and cut that tip out. and then preen back forward the amount of fibers that you want here. The more fibers that you get, the harder this is to do. You can make this sparse. I shoot for kind of a medium density, but you see there's no stem in there, so I can tie this any length I want, and I'm going to shoot for about the length of the abdomen. Hold that in place. I'm going to give my thread a spin to round. It seems to work a lot better when your thread is round. And as I come around, I want that thread to catch just like the first fiber, and then the second, and then the third. So by the time I come around, it's got .360 coverage. That's not too bad. There's a little gap in there. Now, I'm going to make at least one turn right up against the eye and make it tight, because I'm going to use that to pull this feather back against that hard wrap. And take a look and see it broke all of those off. And that's going to be a much cleaner head than I've ever been able to get with scissors. I do like a little head cement on this one, since I just got a few stubs of these fibers. There we go, nice little soft hackle. And this thing is just absolutely deadly the first cast, because it doesn't want to sink yet, and it floats on the surface, and there's something about it that drives the fish nuts. Once it starts to sink, fish it like a typical soft hackle. Let it sink and dead drift, and then don't be too quick to pick up your cast. Just to kind of do a little lift with it, get it to dart in the water, and they'll chase it just like those swimming Baetis. There you go. Have fun.